Morocco. Today, we're not only students, but entrepreneurs. Not only do we represent our school, or the 4,000 Enactus students from Morocco, but a whole generation of kids who are not taken seriously because of their age. But if being a kid means making an impact and changing the world, then let us be kids.
We have decided this year to focus on transforming a whole village to empower its people to create the solutions they need.
From sustainable housing and infrastructure, to reducing gas emission, to cutting budget deficit and increasing inclusion and participation. This is the story we're proud to tell you today.
It is said that it takes a village to raise a kid. We say it takes a kid to revolutionize a village.
My name is Sumia.
Asamdin.
Imran.
And we are Enactus Hassn School Public Affairs.
And our story
Government has spent more than $5 billion on rural infrastructure in rural areas, including hospitals and other much relevant facilities such as schools and centers.
This cost is extremely high, and most of the rural areas cannot afford paying this much money for infrastructure.
Now, how can impoverished community cater for their own needs and find the resources to build much needed facilities at a very affordable price?
To answer this question, our 2016 Enactus journey took us on the road to the south of Morocco to a tiny village called Agouim.
Agouim is a village roughly around 2 hours south of Marrakesh, in one of the most secluded areas of the country. You may have envisioned this picture of Marrakesh as a trendy and fancy place with exotic flavors and scenery where everyone dreams of spending their New Year's Eve. Agouim is more like this. Would you like to live there?
Well, I would not. Why would I want to live in the middle of nowhere? What about my career, my education? Meet Mohammed. Mohammed is a member of Al Qura Association, a 20-member strong NGO based in Agouim. Meet the partner.
We bonded with Mohammed, Omar, and Samir, and they started telling us about their daily life there. Agouim is a village, part of a rural district, of 3 other villages.
We first thought about building a library, where almost no one would go. Then an internet cafe. But was it really going to solve the problems they had and create the real change they needed?
And after many weeks of in-depth immersion, we all came to the conclusion that the village was in an extreme need of economic
tutoring program for the kids of the village, and Lab Karim, a creativity class for kindergarten.
The center is also a playground for over 5,000 primary and high school students from the whole rural district, as a place to enjoy extracurricular activities and improve the quality of education.
And we did not stop there. The center will also generate revenue based on providing numerous services, Wi-Fi space, tutoring programs, and shops for local services. Thus, the center will be financially sustainable and will employ 2 people as full-time staff to manage the day-to-day operations. The 100 families paying the $2 monthly subscription fees and the income generated.
Ladies and gentlemen.
About young people and kids involved in the project, but is it really inclusive?
Very much so. During our needs assessment, we met with Fadma, who kindly hosted us.
Fadma endures very harsh conditions, high temperature, and lots of toxic smokes in a tiny place, just to earn a living and to survive in a place such as Agouim.
تحتبوا وتجيبوا على داركم.
على ظهرنا كان اللي كيهز بزاف كاين اللي كيهز شويه وكل واحد على حسب
تخاف الخدمه ما كيحرقوكمش في عينيكم.
حنا كنا في عينينا وفي صدرنا وفي كل شيء.
Unfortunately, Fatma is just one example of many other women of the village, of hundreds of women of the village who are using wood, not only to make bread, but also to cook some of their meals, as they can't afford using cooking gas 3 times a day.
We needed a solution that would enable these women not only to decrease their energy consumption, but that would also increase their revenues. We came up with EcoHeat.
EcoHeat is a disruptive, eco-friendly, and innovative bag made of cellulose webbing that keeps temperature for a very long time.
In process of filling up an IP.
So now that we have the solution, we need to make a business out of it. How about teaching these women to use the sewing skills not only to make their bags, but to generate revenue from them? We had to look for courageous, committed, and financially in need women to take the journey with us. We held the first meeting and more than 30 came. We then had to choose the 5 most self-motivated, committed, and skilled ones to be our first
We empowered us to launch 2 social businesses, pre-orders.
EcoHeat, an innovative slow cooking solution that helped reduce the gas and wood consumption. This year, EcoHeat created 10 jobs and generated and made the workers franchise the technique. So now, out of the 90 people we have empowered this year, 6 of them are able to build their own houses and domes by the end of this year.
Saving the best for the last, we're also very proud to announce that our projects will be presented at the United Nations COP22 convention this November in Marrakesh as examples of successful startups fighting climate change and creating economic growth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year we have successfully launched 2 social businesses, created 59 jobs, generated $13,000 in revenues, secured $33,000 in funding, and invested $12,000, impacting the lives of 1,000 people. This